These are going to be my two top plates, so before I put them on the building, I'm going to mark everything on them first. If I get these right, it should make things a lot easier once I start building the rest of the rafters. Get those marked now. I'll go up first. Pushing in more on. So I've done an initial fit check on these both sides. Want to make sure I'm centered with the gable, that I've got everything lined up as best I can. I did check my diagonals, and this gable end is actually not perfectly square with that wall, which is fine. I'm just going to move this one out a little bit, and that rafter might be a little bit further away on that side, and I can make it up with the battens on top. So I think it'll be fine. So a few more adjustments, make sure everything is as close as it can be, and that should really help things then once I start building the rest. So a small bit of time here should pay off in the long run. In the meantime, Catch has done a good job here. She's repointed the top end that we couldn't get to. Got the scaffolding up, so that's all looking much better now as well. So the sun is shining, which is great. That's all the holes drilled. I blew them all out so there's no dust in them. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip these over and put a bit of DPC underneath. Just give it a little bit extra protection. It shouldn't be getting wet under there, but why not? It's really cheap, so I'll add it. That's the wall plate bolted down. I've used these big M16 by 220 fasteners, 7 each side, so that should be going nowhere. In the meantime, Catch has been pointing up the top of the gable end here, so it's looking really good. I think we're ready for rafters. So I'm going to use my drawing to get all the rafter dimensions. I've updated it so that the ring beams and the wall plates are exactly what's on the building right now, and I have my height to the ridge beam as well, so should be pretty accurate. I can take all the angles, lengths, dimensions off the rafters here now, and hopefully that'll make the whole thing a bit easier. I'll do one first and see how it goes from there. So that's the first one done. I checked it on the roof and also just measured it out here. So I have my left and right templates now. I can build off these and have my pocket for the ridge beam once it goes up. So just got to replicate this now. I think 6 or 7 more times, and then we can start putting it up. So that's all the rafters cut to length, including the collar ties as well, and of heavier rafters over the gable end here. Catch is also popping a bit of stain on them because whatever it was the wood we had, you can see here, it's very yellow. Whatever treatment they used, it's kind of really garish yellow, and the camera doesn't even pick it up very well, but it's actually even more yellow than that. So popping a bit of stain on it before we put it up. Last few collar ties and the big long ridge beam that goes, a ridge board that goes across the top. So we'll get those wrapped up this evening and hopefully we can erect it tomorrow. So, not feel unstable there. Right. That's the frame done. Pretty happy the way it all turned out. Spending the time, getting everything square and level really paid off at the end. A lot of work, but satisfying. So we have 6x2 treated rafters forever, except this one here at the gable. That one's stronger and it has the extra brace on it as well to give it a bit more rigidity. And then I've used structural screws to put everything together, and structural screws don't break, so that's why it's important to use those. So everything's screwed down to the ring beam that's bolted down to the concrete, so hopefully it's good. And I've also, see there, I've also added in a couple of braces as well, just to be extra sure, because if the wind ever came this way, there'd be quite a bit of pressure there, but usually the wind comes the other way, so hopefully it'll be okay. Battens are 4x3, yeah, and all tied together then with some collar ties, so pretty straightforward. Cat just started painting the bits of concrete that wouldn't come off. I think it'll look quite nice when it's done. Yeah, and it came out, you can see there, really nice and straight at the ends, which is always a good test. So yeah, really happy with that. So that's it for this week. I need to order up the sheeting for the shed. Unfortunately, the shop is closed this week, so that'll be next week. But glad to have the roof on. Big step forward, and looking forward to the next step. Anyone who's been following, you may remember this big sycamore here that fell over, that we trimmed the branches on with a hope that it would recover, and yeah, it's really come on very well. So you can see here, really thriving, seems to be doing fantastic even though it's laying over on its side, and we'll be happy to leave it there. So yeah, very happy with that. So yeah, tune in next time. Hopefully we'll be getting the sheeting on the roof. I also have another project to do, so stay tuned.
Go back in and